Hi, welcome to Yoga Flow with Tina. Today's video is called Yoga for Beginners. So this is for the yogi who's just starting out. We're going to go through some of the basic poses and end with a refreshing Shavasana. Enjoy. Welcome to Yoga with Tina. This video is for beginner yogis. Come to your mat sitting cross-legged in what we call easy pose. Hands are on the knees, your spine and neck are long. We'll start with a breathing exercise called double breath. In double breath, you inhale for a number and exhale for double that number. We'll start with 2 and 4. Inhale for 2, 1, 2, pausing at the top, and exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale 1, 2, pause, exhale 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're ready to start our practice. Stay in easy pose. And inhale, reach your hands up to the sky. As you exhale, forward fold. Bend over your bent legs. And just pause. Wherever you land is perfect. As you inhale, maybe walk your fingers out a fraction more. And as you exhale, settle into this new place. We always try to soften on the exhale. Inhale, come back up and switch legs. So whatever leg was in front before, do the other side. Inhale, reach up, forward fold. Again, wherever you land is perfect. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, settle in a little more. One last time. And inhale, rolling back up. Find your way to tabletop position, making sure your joints are stacked so your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. Back is nice and long, gaze is at the mat. We'll do cat-cow. Inhale for cow, gaze up. And then exhale for cat, chin to chest, rounding out the back. Again, inhale, gaze slightly up for cow, creating a curve in the spine, and then exhale, rounding the spine, push away the floor. One more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. A beautiful warm-up for our spine. Come back to neutral spine. Now widen your knees, bring your feet together, and sink your hips back to your heels to find child's pose. Rest your head on the mat. If that's not comfortable for you, you can raise the floor by stacking your fists or palms, but it is important that you rest your head. Move your head from side to side, giving a gentle massage to your third eye. That's part just in the middle of your forehead, just below your hairline. Come back to stillness. Take a couple more breaths here and relax. Now slowly finding your way back to tabletop. This time walk your hands forward and bring yourself all the way down onto your belly and find Sphinx pose. That's forearms on the ground in front. Gaze over your left shoulder. Now inhale, look forward and gaze over the right. Again, inhale forward, exhale, gaze over the left, maybe a little further this time. Inhale forward, exhale, gaze over the right. Come back to neutral. Now slipping your hands under your shoulders, pushing up into up dog. This is where your arms are a little straighter. It's pretty deep back bend. Gaze is forward or slightly up. If this is uncomfortable or painful or pinching in your back, please release. Come down to the floor. Find your way back to tabletop. Now we're going to tuck the toes under and lift the hips into your first down dog. Here in down dog, the goal is to have a nice long spine, long back, long neck. Take a breath. Start pedaling out the feet. This is called walking the dog, just giving a gentle stretch to your hamstrings and calves. And then find stillness once again. Start to walk your hands backwards towards your feet, and we'll hang out in what's called ragdoll, just letting your upper body be heavy. Feeling a nice stretch in your lower back, maybe the back of your hamstring. Scoop up your elbows and start to sway from side to side if you'd like. Come back to stillness. Release your elbows. Put your hands on your hips and rise up into standing. Walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, sink into chair pose, bringing your palms together. So here it's like we're sitting on an imaginary chair. A lot of work going on in your core and your lower body. Know that you're only here for a short time. Inhale, come back to standing and find mountain pose. It's a very strong standing pose. We're going to come into the warrior series. Step back with your left foot. Your left foot should be on a 45-degree angle, your left leg straight, the front leg bent. Lift up the arms. Hips are facing forward. This is called warrior one. Very strong through the legs and through the core. Energy coming out of your fingertips. Pause. Now we're going to shift a little bit. The back foot, the left foot, becomes parallel with the mat. Now you're facing the side and gazing out over your fingertips. Arms are parallel to the ground. Front leg is still bent. This is warrior two. Again, very strong through the bottom half of your body, strong through the core. Flip the front hand and lift up the front hand to the sky. This is called peaceful warrior, or sometimes it's called exalting your warrior. Big stretch through the rib cage and hips. Pause here. Now bring your right elbow to your right knee and lift up your left arm. This is called side angle. These are all variations on warrior two. One breath here, and then find your way back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, parallel the feet. Your legs and feet are very wide on the mat. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, forward fold. This is called wide-legged forward fold. Bring your hands to the mat if you can. You might need to widen your feet to do that. And just one leg at a time, bend a knee and then bend the other knee, moving at your own pace, feeling a nice opening through the hips. Come back to stillness. Place your hands on your hips. Come on up to standing. Come back to the top of your mat. And we'll prepare for warrior on the other side. So step back with the right foot. The right foot's on a 45-degree angle. The right leg is straight. The left leg is bent. Inhale, reach up with the hands. Warrior one, strong. Now we'll shift this into warrior two. The foot becomes parallel with the mat. Arms are parallel with the ground, looking over your left fingertip. Pause. Flip the front hand palm up and reach it to the sky for peaceful warrior or exalted warrior. Take a breath. Now the front elbow comes to the front knee and the back hand comes up, side angle. Take a breath. And then finding your way back to warrior two on the left. Once again, straightening the front leg and walking to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach up, little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Fold down like a rag doll again. And pause. Bend your knees so your hands come to the mat and walk your feet out into a plank. Bring your knees to the ground and lower down all the way to the mat. We're going to roll now onto your back. So in a seated position, knees are bent, and then roll down onto your back. This is bridge pose. Lift up your hips. Pause here. It's a great opportunity to take some really full belly breaths, filling yourself up with air and then letting it go. Some people like to fold their shoulders underneath and clasp their hands. This gives their bridge a little more height. Whatever you choose is perfectly fine. Start to lower your hips to the ground and then bring your feet to your hands. This is called Happy Baby. So you're grabbing the bottoms of your feet. If this is not accessible to you, grab the back of your knees. What we're doing here is creating a nice opening through the hips. Feet are flexed. Now bring both knees into the chest. Make yourself a tight ball. And open up for dead bug. Hands and feet straight up in the air. Pause here for a couple of breaths. This is a wonderful pose for circulation, drainage of your lymph nodes, and just for peaceful mindfulness. Pause. Keep breathing. Now bring your knees into your chest and lower your feet to the mat. And then lower your legs. So your legs are extended out. Your arms are extended out, palms up. This is your final Shavasana. This is a time for you to fully relax and let your body enjoy some peace. Feel free to stay here for as long as you'd like. You can simply pause the video and enjoy a long Shavasana. Here is an opportunity to come back to double breath. Inhale for 2, 1, 2. Exhale for 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Continue that in your mind for as long as you'd like. Starting to awaken from Shavasana, wiggle your fingers and toes, and then reach your hand above your head, making yourself long from toe to fingertip. Bend your knees and roll onto your side, finding fetal position. Pause here, 2 breaths. And then slowly make your way back to easy pose, sitting cross-legged on your mat. Hands to your knees. At the end of our practice, your teacher will often say namaste. What that means is the light in me sees and acknowledges the light in you. So namaste. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again.